Okay, so we will talk now about the Department of Transportation and the Department of Justice are expected to file suit to block JetBlue's pending $3.8 billion acquisition of Spirit Airlines as early as Tuesday. That's according to new reports. It's the Biden administration's latest anti-monopoly move as it expects the deal to close cause potential harm to flyers by limiting choice and increasing prices. JetBlue's CEO Robin Hayes told the Wall Street Journal Monday that he expected the lawsuit tomorrow, adding that when his airline enters certain markets, traffic increased and prices declined. The airline says passenger counts on flights between Atlanta and Boston, this is what they call the JetBlue effect, they rose 48% after they entered the market, while they say average fares fell 45%. So that is a very strong argument against what the DOJ is rumored to be doing. JetBlue and Spirit's argument before DOJ is essentially that they must merge in order to compete with the big four legacy airlines. To address the DOJ's concerns, JetBlue has offered to sell off Spirit's operations at Newark Liberty International in New Jersey, at LaGuardia, at Boston Logan in Massachusetts, as well as 5 slots at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International in Florida. Not on the table was an offer to abandon JetBlue's Northeast alliance with American Airlines, which the DOJ challenged in court last year and is awaiting a ruling from a federal judge in Boston, Seana.
That's a lot to digest there. I think the takeaway here is a crackdown from the Biden administration. What exactly that means here for other larger types of mergers here going through in terms of what it means for JetBlue and for Spirit. Spirit closing off nearly 9% today, the biggest intraday drop that we have seen now in quite some time. When it comes to some of that data, you mentioned the fact the uptick that we're seeing in the traffic between some of their most important or some of their key flight routes here. JetBlue also saying that as of their latest data, a combined JetBlue and Spirit will only account for about 9% of market share. That might initially sound like a lot, but when you compare it to the largest airlines out there, the 4 largest airlines, they account for about 16 to 24% within that range. So certainly they would still be viewed as a much smaller player when compared to the 4 largest airlines. When it comes to the Department of Transportation, this move here, blocking a certificate, is certainly unprecedented when you take into account that this hasn't happened since the industry was deregulated back in 1978, So certainly lots of questions about what is ahead for this merger, whether or not it's going to go through. JetBlue saying that they're going to fight it. We'll see.
I think Robin Hayes has, on paper, a very solid argument. He's got numbers to show what's happened when they combine in those markets. And look, what's going to happen? Yes, are prices on Spirit going to increase? They naturally have to. They're going to pull out chairs. They're going to make Spirit Airlines much more like JetBlue. And if you fly JetBlue, they've really done a tremendous job of upgrading their planes. There are roomy seats, there are televisions. I got to say, it's been a really pleasant experience. So prices would naturally increase a little bit on Spirit, but it doesn't seem to have that anti-competitive impact that the DOJ would suggest here. But this is the Biden administration going after Google. I mentioned rumored to be going after Apple, going after Activision Blizzard. This is an administration who is going after these big mergers. Will it have a chilling effect across other industries? Can't help but wonder.
We'll see. Yeah, you would think so, at least at this point.